Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips, Journey of Truth. We are here at the City Council Chambers at the City Hall in Loganville. Today is Thursday, July the 23rd. It is 6:25 p.m. and they're fixing to get started in just a minute. And this is the Planning Commission meeting.
I think she was here the night we got sworn in.
There's like 56% chance I can figure out who's in the artwork or that works better usually.
Yeah.
But some people go the other way.
Yeah, they sent me both. I think I opened up just
I sent both for that exact reason because I find the PowerPoint easier to run, but
this is the power. Yes. So that's perfect. And I'll of course be able to minimize the notes once we get into that one.
He's still involved in everything.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got 30 minutes.
really,
Yeah. She may be coming in on 2 wheels. Who knows? Yeah, that is.
We're gonna wait 5 minutes, she's on her way. Yes, but again, she's the chairwoman, so I don't know what mechanisms, since we don't have a vice chair, for calling a meeting to order. I'm not having you get started.
Y'all gonna start getting the messages coming in on the city hotline. How come y'all ain't started the meeting yet? Y'all know it's time to start the meeting. Y'all need to do it on time. Y'all need to get your act together.
She's done.
I have come to find politics pretty entertaining. I've always been a kid not involved in either party. Never trusted either one. You know?
For sure. I get it.
Somebody go get I just didn't want to. You guys are once I give you the packet. Yes, so, as I said, when we create the agenda, when you approve it, send the emails out to everybody. So we're gonna make sure, remind me something, Sarah, just making sure all the email addresses are on the planning session. So we approve the agenda, it says it should send an electronic version. And if not,
Right now, just there's no sound or anything. It's not broken. Just have a mic, so in that sense, we're not gonna make it. But he'll see us.
I think I might have picked up the wrong thing to do because my doctors told me to get more exercise. That's one of the reasons why I picked up video because it would give me exercise also. When we get high, it makes it difficult to get out. And I don't think I properly took into account each year I get a little bit older and that makes it really difficult. But regardless, I like to have a little fun.
But still, in your infrastructure payout, I would just have to say like, hey, wait, why am I getting hurt on that same plumbing, right? Like,
So if you have a building code variance that you want to ask for, this is the committee that it goes through? Okay.
Yeah, they go through planning and development department first, and then the committee will hear them where the houses are.
pass on to the city council for a final decision on
I'm not
things?
sure.
Or do they have authority to make that decision?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they are the final authority or if it has to go to council after it passes through there. I'm not entirely sure. This is the first one of these that I've actually seen. So, I mean, I kind of feel like if you have a committee, so you should do these kinds of decisions, but I don't
Unless
know.
it's something like really serious, like a major, like if they wanted to change what the venue is actually going to be.
I guess we'll find out how this goes.
I can't change it.
It's always been interesting to try and learn something new each day, no matter what it is. However you can increase your knowledge by anything, no matter how big or small it is. All information is good because information is the key to success. How you extrapolate, put that information together.
Well, and I don't think you can really make your own judgments without having this.
Some people do.
Yeah, well, I give them a heads up, you know, it's like,
Most people.
I like to work through scenarios all the way through my head before I even think about it.
don't make me fall.
That's job action. So sorry. Then go to the second page. Paragraph one, paragraph the rest. Work I give you.
So sorry. I apologize for being late. It's one of those days. Yeah, it's got a red button on it. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order and, we'll have our prayer. Do I have anybody that wants to volunteer to do it? Keith? All right, let's stand.
It's not on, but it doesn't matter.
Alright, let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing us together here today. And Father, I lift up this council and pray that you would just bless them, give them wisdom, and help them to do the business of this city. And pray that you'll just watch over us, guide us, and protect us, and watch over our first responders, and keep them safe as they're out protecting the city. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, we'll say, turn and face the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first thing on our agenda tonight is approval of the minutes. I hope everybody had a chance to read them. So I need somebody to make a motion that we approve the minutes. Okay, got a motion, we need a second. Okay, second. So all in favor say aye. Okay, so the minutes are approved. Okay, so the first thing we need to do tonight is to elect a new chairperson for our Planning and Zoning Commission board. So I would like to recommend Michael Turner for our chairman. And so I make that as the motion, and I need a second. Okay, second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, so Michael, the meeting is now officially yours. I'm done. Oh, now, and you've got to get a vice chair. You've got to do for vice chair.
So my question is, do we vote on vice chair now, or we can wait till August for that?
It's at y'all's discretion. If
Okay.
you wanna wait, that's fine. If you wanna do it tonight, that's fine. I would feel better if we did do it tonight, just in case something
Something
happens
happens
next
to you,
week.
you'd have to have
Yeah.
somebody to take it, and we know we have a meeting next week. So. I do not want to be vice chair, I'll just put my name out. I don't want that position, so if somebody else wants it, go for it.
I say the gentleman, we have served also, if you would like to be vice chair.
It's your decision.
Not just.
Not really? Okay,
Any volunteers that would like to be vice chair? I know you. What is the vice chair? Tax notification.
Yes, yes.
Nobody else wants to.
Okay, so I would like to nominate Michael Lee as our vice chair. We can take a vote.
I second it. You can take it.
Okay.
Yeah, all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. All right.
So Michael Lee. Thank you. To move forward with our meeting, turn it over to you. I would like to turn it over to Robin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, what we'll do is we're actually gonna read all of the cases into record at once first. At which point then the applicant will do their presentation. Once they're done with their presentation, anybody here to speak for the project will be afforded the opportunity to speak. And then we will provide this equal amount of time for anybody standing in opposition to the project. And then we will vote on them individually. So, tonight, the matters before you are case number V26003. Kelly Hyatt, on behalf of GBT Realty Corporation, requested a major variance for the property located at 530 and 540 Brand Road, Loganville, Georgia, 30052, map and parcel number 5160057, and map and parcel number 5160175, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Present zoning is CH. Ordinance is section from which relief is being sought is the landscape buffer requirements for the public right-of-way. Request for the variance is for a reduction of required 10-foot landscape buffer along Brand Road frontage with minor encroachments at select locations. The next case will be case number V26-004. Kelly Hyatt, on behalf of GBT Realty Corporation, requested a major variance for the property located at 530 and 540 Brand Road, Loganville, Georgia, 30052. Map and parcel number 5160057 and map and parcel number 5160175, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Present zoning is CH, and ordinance and section from which relief is sought is landscape buffer requirements for public right-of-way. The request for the variance is the removal of the required 10-foot landscape buffer along Oak Grove Road. Next up is case number V26-005. Kelly Hyatt, on behalf of GBT Realty Corporation, requested a major variance for the property located at 530 and 540 Brand Road, Loganville, Georgia, 30052. Map and parcel number 5160057 and 5160175, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Present zoning is CH. Ordinance and section from which relief is sought is the 50-foot undisturbed stream buffer. Request for the variance is for an encroachment into the city of Loganville's 50 undisturbed stream buffer along Big Flat Creek. Next case will be case V26-006. Kelly Hyatt, on behalf of GBT Realty Corporation, requested a major variance for the property located at 530 and 540 Brand Road, Loganville, Georgia, 30052. Map parcel number 5160057 and 5160175, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Present zoning is CH. Ordinance and section from which relief is sought is a 25-foot non-impervious setback beyond the 50-foot buffer. The request for the variance is the removal of the 25-foot non-impervious setback beyond the city of Loganville's 50-foot undisturbed stream buffer. And then the final case, Kelly Hyatt, is case number V26-007, Kelly Hyatt on behalf of GBT Realty Corporation. Requested a major variance for the property located at 530 and 540 Brand Road, Loganville, Georgia, 30052. Map and parcel number 5160057 and 5160175, Gwinnett County, Georgia. Present zoning is CH. Ordinance and section from which relief is sought is the City of Loganville zoning ordinance off-street parking regulations. The request for the variance is for the reduction of required parking space length from 19 feet to 18 feet throughout the parking field. At this time, if the applicant would like to come do their presentation.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Tim Mondello. Is that better? There we go. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Tim Mondello, and I'm with GBT Realty. And I'm here tonight to ask for your support in bringing a Sprouts Farmers Market anchored shopping center to 540 Brand Road at the northeast corner of US 78 and Brand Road. This project would total 32,073 square feet proposed retail space to include a 23,273 square foot Sprouts with 8,800 square feet of adjacent multi-tenant retail shops. For those less familiar with Sprouts, Sprouts is an organic grocery store specializing in farm, fresh, locally sourced produce. Sprouts offers a full line of grocery products, natural and organic foods, bakery goods, and a full-service meat and deli counter, and beer and wine from around the world, all at a great value. Attracting new and returning customers is one of the most critical components of successfully operating a grocery store. Because this property is zoned for retail shopping center with setback restrictions, any retailer, and especially a grocer, needs to continuously draw customers to the site. The most effective way to do that is to build retail synergy within the adjacent center. By pairing Sprouts with adjacent strong national and local tenants and retailers that complement one another, and those customers that complement one another, that is the best way to attract and seek out customers. Those customers are the ones that we're seeking in Loganville. Sprouts would give neighboring residents and businesses a true supermarket alternative, offering an expensive but not prescriptive supermarket alternative. Offering with a mix of natural, organic, and great tasting mainstream foods with a strong emphasis on value. Sprouts has carved out the perfect middle ground between conventional supermarkets, healthy food superstores, and grocery discounters, making it a unique addition to Loganville, as well as increasing the utility of the land for this site. Today, Sprouts is one of the fastest growing retailers in the country, employing over 38,000 employees and team members and operating more than 500 stores in 25 states from coast to coast. Both Sprouts and GBT Realty are very excited about the possibility of bringing Sprouts and the adjacent retail to the Loganville community. I'm now going to turn it over to Kelly Hyatt to walk you through some of the specifics on this site. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time tonight. Tim talked a lot about who Sprouts is and why we think it would be a great fit. So wanted to touch briefly on the 5 variances, although Robbie already outlined them pretty clearly for you. As you see on the screen, this is the site plan that we are proposing. For the site, we have, as you said, the Sprouts anchored with a retail shopping center on the side. I want to walk through a few little of the challenges we face with this property and why we're here tonight asking for these considerations of variances. The biggest one we want to start with is the hardship of the property size relative to the percentage of the property that is encumbered by buffers. So if you take a standard 3.61 acre site, which is the size of ours, and follow the code per Loganville with the landscape buffers on the side and rear from the property, you would end up with about 6% of the property encumbered by buffers, 0.22 acres. This property with the stream buffers in the back and then the double road frontage ends up with 22% of the property encumbered. So although the property, so when the city intended brought this in for a shopping center in 2008 as its zone, it's mentioned in the staff reports, any shopping center that follows the city's intent will be encumbered by this 22%, which would make it very difficult to build without concessions or considerations of concessions. The next thing we want to highlight is the odd shape, especially the frontage of the property. And so in 2008, when it was annexed in for the use of a hotel and shopping center, it was a much more rectangular property. And in the support of future developments at the time, 2009 and 10, for the benefit of the racetrack, that developed in order to support the community as it was growing, the right-of-way along Oak Grove was modified, taking a piece out of this property, creating that odd shape in there. The property owner at the time, which wasn't us and isn't our seller today, wanted to work with the city council and the team to help bring that project to Loganville, but then did leave us with some odd shape to our property, which is causing some of the problems. Lastly, and as this isn't the first property in the southeast that's had slope, but it doesn't mean that it's not real. On this property, we've got about 25 feet of fall from the high side to the low side. Doesn't feel that bad when you're driving your car on it, but it is pretty steep across the whole property. And so when you go to a commercial shopping center, your grades need to stay between 0 to 5%, ADA being ideally 2% throughout an entire parking lot, 5% being the accessible route at the most, and then a large portion of it being flat for the building. And so those pieces, we're gonna take on the financial, we certainly will take on the financial need to put in walls and other pieces, parts to make up that burden, but we just need the land to be able to do it. Because I know that I drove this intersection myself, certainly I'm sure you folks have done it, and I know Robbie had heard some feedback about it. I do want to briefly touch on traffic, and we do have our site engineers here tonight if you have questions specifically about it. But we have completed the traffic impact study ahead of when it's required in the normal process, and have submitted that to the city. They haven't had a chance to fully review it, but we are waiting their comments. What our study does show at this time is that the Brand Road and Oak Grove intersection will function the same with or without our project. It's not in great condition, but our project won't make it worse. Any of the backup will occur in our property. People usually bring up stormwater, so we can certainly address that, but I'll go ahead and be respectful of your time and skip on to that. Again, site engineer is here if you have questions. So we respectfully request you guys consider recommendations of approval for these 5 variances that we requested, and we're here for questions if you have any. Thank you very much for your time.
At this time, excuse me, anybody that would like to speak for this project want to come forward? Okay. Anybody? Okay.
As I said, Mr. Chairman, I do have 2 emails that were submitted on behalf of the applicant's project in support, and I would like to read those into the record right now, please. They were received after the packets went out, so that's why you don't have them. The first one is actually from the Director of Real Estate for the racetrack, the adjacent property. Dear Chair and members of the Planning Commission, Racetrack Petroleum writes as the owner and operator of the property at 59 Athens Highway, the parcel immediately adjacent to 530 and 540 Brand Road. We are in support of the proposed Sprouts development as presented by GBT Development. It will help the surrounding properties and community. Racetrack respectfully requests the Planning Commission to recommend approval of cases V26-003 through V26-007. Thank you, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. The other letter comes from Brightstone Lending. This is the property owner. Dear Chair and members of the Planning Commission, I am the owner of the properties at 530 and 540 Brand Road, and am writing to respectfully ask the Planning Commission to support the 5 variance applications filed on my property by GBT Realty Corporation for the development of this 3.61 acre CH zone site. My property has commercial zoning, was annexed into the city in 2008 specifically to accommodate commercial development. As the staff reports reflects, that annexation contemplated the development of a hotel and retail center on the site, but the property has remained vacant since being brought into the city for that purpose. The conditions that make the requested relief necessary arose not from anything I had done, but largely from a prior public project the city approved and from which the community has benefited. Taken together, the requested variances would allow the property to be developed consistent with the commercial zoning the city intended, without adverse impact on the community, and without conflict with the city's planning intent. In 2009-2010, Racetrack Petroleum developed the immediately adjacent parcel at 59 Athens Highway. A central component of that project was a realignment of Oak Grove Road. In November 2010, the City Council approved a land swap with Racetrack. The city exchanged its .196 acre southwest tract for the Racetrack's .207 acre northwest tract for the express purpose of realigning Oak Grove Road, with all affected property owners providing the required consent. During that same period, Racetrack also sought variances to reduce the 10-foot landscape strip along the right-of-way. They ultimately withdrew these because a road realignment and cooperative dedication of right-of-way resolved the conflict along Athens Highway without the need for variances. The reconfiguration of Oak Grove Road, Brand Road intersection left my property irregularly shaped. My predecessors and the surrounding owners cooperated with the city by dedicating and swapping right-of-way to make the Racetrack realignment possible. This parcel absorbed the resulting geometric constraints, which have made it materially harder to develop for the hotel and retail use for which it was annexed. For that reason, I respectfully ask the city to treat the parcel's irregular shape arising from that cooperative realignment as a factor in qualifying for hardship. Just as the city partnered with Racetrack in 2010 to solve the Athens Highway frontage problem through cooperative right-of-way dedication rather than rigid application of the code, I ask the Commission to recognize the hardship created on my property. This request is intended to allow reasonable commercial use of a parcel shaped by circumstances beyond my control. Furthermore, the staff reports note that a smaller building footprint could meet the city's code. In practice, though, the buyer cannot proceed at the land price without the additional retail space, and the Sprouts anchor will not proceed without the foot traffic that the other retail spaces generate. Given my investment in the property to date, I cannot reduce that price. If this development does not proceed, the only alternative use that is financially viable at that price and consistent with the zoning is overnight truck parking and storage. A retail center better serves the city's intent and offers greater benefit to the residents of Loganville. I respectfully request that the Planning Commission recommend approval of cases V26-003 through V26-007. Thank you for your time and consideration. And that was Samuel Cordos, Brightstone Lending, 1147 Tranquil Brook Drive, Naples, Florida. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Rob. As we continue, anybody would like to speak for? If not, we'll move on to anyone who wants to speak against the project. No one wants to speak against the project, so we'll move forward to our members on the board. Anyone have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
How do you plan to address the traffic in that corner right there? Because there's already some traffic in that area, so how do you address it?
While the applicant is coming up, I did want to go ahead and just state to the commission members, the city of Loganville did file a letter of support for Gwinnett County seeking grant funding for improvements in that area.
I'm Brenda Shackelford. I'm with M2 Group, and we're the engineers on site. So with the traffic impact study that was done, and we've submitted that to Loganville and to Gwinnett County for their review, and I think Kelly touched on this earlier, that traffic's already bad, and it's gonna get worse just with time. That's just how they do that on the traffic reports. They'll show that over time you've got more people coming in, and so the intersection will go from an acceptable level of service to a poor level of service, but that happens whether or not this gets developed or not. So the impact that this will have is not, it's just, it's a bad intersection already. Or it will be in 2028.
Okay. Would there be any kind of traffic light anywhere
The
around
traffic
it?
report does not recommend it. It does recommend, maybe getting it into a different stop condition. But it says it's not enough of a traffic to recommend a traffic light there.
No further questions.
Yeah, I just have a couple of questions. I'm not sure who to ask, but your request on the 10-foot setbacks for the two roads, your encroachment into that is just mainly parking spaces?
Yes, sir, on the landscape buffers, on both roads, yes, it's parking spaces. On Brand Road, it's a couple spots. Along Oak Grove Road, we've shown our parking spaces against the right-of-way line to try and accommodate that irregular shape.
And you're asking for a total encroachment into the 25-foot impervious?
Yes, of course, we're trying, well, of course, we would try and minimize as much as we can, but in order to get the fire lanes around the fire marshal wants and still get the parking and all the different spacings, that is what we needed.
And then you asked for a request for the changing the size of parking spaces.
Correct, trying again to minimize our impact as much as we can.
Your map that you submitted, does it show 18 or 19? And what is the difference in number of spaces for that reduction?
To get the 18-foot stalls is what is shown on our site plan in order to minimize the impacts at the buffers. We would lose an entire row of parking if we had to go to 19 foot and putting us under the parking allowance.
Okay, so you're showing 18 foot and still encroaching into the buffer?
Correct.
I think that's any other member? If that's all those that's going to speak, then we'll go to the voting. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just remember, we're gonna do that, we have to do the votes individually.
Yes. Anybody, member, that would like to vote for the project?
So, Mr. Chairman, what you'll do is you'll read, what you'll do is you basically say, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion for case number V 26-003.
Each one individually, okay. I'm sorry, repeat what you, so I can remember. Okay.
Just say, yeah, all you need to say, you just say, at this time, I'll entertain a motion, and then read the case number.
At this time, I entertain a motion for case number V26-003.
I don't think they proved hardship, so my motion would be to deny it.
I would second that motion.
And all in favor?
All in favor?
In favor?
Yes. In favor of denial, I'm sorry. All right, in favor of?
Favor for approval?
Okay, yes.
Yes, approve.
3/4.
Next. In favor?
In favor?
Yes.
I'm in favor.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Rob.
I would say, if we could just have everybody either raise their hand or say aye, we're kind of getting a little confused on our side,
Okay.
keeping track of the votes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm in favor.
In favor.
So,
I'm in favor. In favor of denying?
The motion that stands right now is a motion to deny the variance application. So those in favor of denying the
Can I
application,
see
raise your
your
hand.
hands, please, sir?
I'm not denying. I'm in
So
favor.
anybody who's in favor of denying, of denying the project, raise your hand. Or denying the variance, sorry. There you go.
Okay, and next, in favor of,
Again, you have to read the case.
oh, okay. So I just wanna make sure for the same case, 003, that we have 3 denials and 2 approval. Okay,
Yeah, so the motion to deny the variance passed.
okay. For the next case, V26-004.
I would make a motion to deny the buffer zoning request.
And second,
A second.
all in favor? I see the hands, I saw the denials
Okay.
for 004. In
In
favor
favor.
of,
Approve?
yes, for approval.
Approve.
For case number V26-004, denial is passed. For next case, V26-005, in favor?
In favor of?
In favor of,
Mr. Chairman, you need a motion.
I'm sorry, a motion
To deny?
for approval.
At this point, we need any motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I motion we approve.
Second.
Second.
For all denials, may I see hands, please?
Denying?
Denial.
This is the 50-foot storm buffer. Deny.
Yes. Okay. For V26-005 is passed for approval. For case number V26-006,
Sir, if I may interrupt, can we just see a show of hands again on 005? The motion was to approve the variance. Those
Yes.
who voted in favor of it, please raise your hand. That's all we need, thank you.
okay. For case number V26-006, a motion for approval.
For approval?
Yes.
I'm a motion to approve it.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. May I see all the hands disapprove?
Disapprove?
Yes,
Which one?
for 006,
I know, approve or not?
for non-approval. For case number V26-006,
Mr. Chairman, we need to wait for a second.
Okay.
My understanding is that motion was a motion to approve, correct?
first
And
one
it
is approved,
failed.
yes, and it failed.
So now we need another motion.
Oh, motion to deny. I motion we deny.
A second.
May I see all hands?
For denial.
Yes. Okay, just, So I go back to case number V26-006. It's denied. Next case, V26-007. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second? Second? Is there a motion to deny? That's 007.
You have to vote on the approval.
Yeah, vote on the first one first.
I'm sorry.
Who
Okay.
approved?
May I see hands for approval? 3. May I see hands for non-approval, disapproval? Okay.
I'm confused. I'm not sure what we just voted on there.
So the motion was to approve, the initial motion was to approve the variance,
On the side of.
007.
007.
Okay.
So the motion at hand was to approve,
Okay.
and it was seconded. So all those who voted to approve, please raise your hand again. Okay, good. Good.
Okay. So for case number V26-007 pass. I'm sorry for the confusion.
Before we adjourn, I just want to remind everybody that this will be coming up again before the Loganville City Council on August 10th, 6:30 p.m. in these council chambers. That will serve as a second public hearing, after which on the 13th, the council will hold a vote.
If that's all,
Motion to adjourn.
oh, we'd like to vote to adjourn this meeting?
Second.
Second? Okay. We will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
All right, everybody, that was rather interesting. I don't know what to say. That's going to take me a little bit to absorb. Y'all remember, be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone, and y'all have a blessed day.